good evening, good afternoon, or whenever you are watching this. You know who I am by now. It is time once again for NFL Week 10 picks. Now in Week 9 I went 9-5. Pretty good week for me. For the season I am, got the rating on my last piece of paper. And for the season I'm 79-53. That is pretty damn marvelous, I have to say. Now this week, like I said in the opening, this is when you start for the playoff hunt. For some, they got to win out. For others, just got to survive. And for some, well, their playoff chances of already win as dead as the dodo bird. But there's always picks to be made. So here we go. By the way, the teams with a bye this week are the Arizona Cardinals, Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers, and the Washington Redskins. Game 1, Indianapolis Colts versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is my lock of the week. God help me. I'm taking the Indianapolis Colts to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, Colts, better record, better talent, I would say at this point. And as far as I'm concerned, I think Jacksonville's going to be getting the first pick in the draft. I guarantee Jacksonville will be the first pick in the draft. I don't know why, but they will. So Colts win. Game 2, Chargers at Tampa Bay. Even matchup to me. One of these weird coin flip games, but I'm going to go with San Diego. Tampa Bay has been showing me some stuff. I think San Diego's defense is going to be what helps them. Because it's pretty much one of the better... It's San Diego's defense versus Tampa Bay's offense. Because San Diego's offense sucks. There's no doubt on that. While Tampa Bay's defense sucks. And that's the truth on that. San Diego should win, and I believe it will be a close game. Next, Tennessee Titans versus the Miami Dolphins. A do-or-die game to me if you're Tennessee. Because I don't think if you go 3-7, you can catch up to Houston. Debauching a huge debacle by Houston and Indianapolis at this point. Miami's playing for a lot. They could still get a wild card. They could still even, if faith goes their way, if Lady Luck, I should say, goes the way, Miami can take it from New England. I'm going to take Miami on this one. They're at home. They got a little bit of a better offense. They're pretty much ranked the same, but defensively, Miami's better. Barely. I think Miami's rushing attack's going to help them win this game. Miami should win, and what I believe will be a close one. Game number 4, very easy pick for me. I'm taking the I'm taking the New England Patriots to beat the Buffalo Bills. New England, they're 5-3. I'm sure they're going to be keeping an eye on the Miami game. But I mean, come on, Tom Brady going against one of the worst defenses in the league right now in Buffalo. New England easily all the way. Next, Oakland Raiders at Baltimore. I'm taking the Ravens to win this one. Ravens lead the head-to-head out of the last 3 times they've met. But Raiders are not playing well, in my opinion. The only advantage I'll give to Oakland is the fact that the Ravens' defense is not good right now. Due to, them losing a lot of players. Ravens are going to have to depend on the offense all the way through, in my humble opinion. It can be done. But I think Baltimore does get they did beat Cleveland, but not as clearly as I would like to hope. I mean, they did win in the end, but not as much as I would have liked it to be done earlier. Baltimore's going to have to realize their defense is not going to be what helps them to the playoffs this year. It's going to have to be Joe Flacco and the rest of that offense. It's going to be the time they step up now from Week 10 until on to get in my humble opinion. Yes, they're 6-2. Yes, they're ahead. But them not having key stars on defense, it makes things a little difficult. But Ravens should win this one, though. It's against Oakland, who's not a good team. Next, Denver Broncos versus the Carolina Panthers. I'm taking Denver. I'm sorry. Originally I said Denver was overrated. I still go by that. But unfortunately, it looks like they're probably going to win their division just because of the fact of Chiefs suck, Oakland sucks, and, San Diego is either good one week and then bad the next 2 weeks. So who knows? Peterman is doing okay. I think he'll become, comeback player of the year. But that's about it. I think Denver gets there should be an easy win for for them against Carolina, but we just saw Carolina beat Washington, which I kind of consider an upset. So, Denver, be careful. Carolina 2-6. They're still, I can't believe I'm saying it's somewhat alive. If, granted, it's going to be the biggest shot on the ward, I think. But they would have to win out. They would have to go 10-6, and they might, and I mean might, make the playoffs if that happens. I don't know, but Denver should win it and kill any dreams for Carolina. Next, New York Giants at Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to take the Giants on this one. I am a little worried. They did just get by Pitt. They just did lose to Pitt in what was a closer game, to me anyway. You almost lost to Tampa, and you almost lost to Cleveland. I'm a little worried right now. It seems like these teams that they should be beating with ease, they're letting them hang around too much to where they could lose it. I mean, let's take a look. They almost lost to Cleveland. They almost lost to freaking Tampa Bay. Okay? And let's not forget, a few weeks ago, they almost blew it against Dallas. So they come back. Alright? So if I'm the Giants, I'm a little worried right now. They've been a great road team though. That's their advantage. They've been a good road team. But if this was in New York, I guarantee I would not be taking New York to win. But I'm taking the Giants on the road. I am a little worried though when they go back home. That's just me. Next, Lions at Vikings. This is a coin flip to me. I'm taking Minnesota, and I'm taking a shot in the dark with them. Lions have been improving, but I can't bet against Adrian Peterson, and I'm not saying the Lions are going to win because I know the Mountain Coast would make fun of me if that happens. So Lions, I got to take Minnesota in this one, guys. Vikings are at home. I don't think they're going to want to drop another game. Hopefully they don't want to drop another game and be 5-5 because that wouldn't be pretty, folks. Vikings should hopefully win at home, but I do believe this will be a close game. Next, the Atlanta Falcons take on the New Orleans Saints. I'm taking the Falcons to win this one. I am a little bit concerned with them as well. The last two games, they have almost lost. I mean, take a look at Sunday. Dallas almost pulled off the big upset. My big concern is this, and I wanted to say it in the video. If I did not, I apologize. If I was Atlanta, I would have took the loss to Dallas just because of the fact that the next game was the New Orleans Saints. You don't want to lose to the Saints and give them momentum saying, hey, we beat Atlanta, we can still make the playoffs. You don't want that. If Atlanta loses to the Saints, that's going to be an embarrassment on the Atlanta Falcons organization to me. Losing to a team, let's be perfectly honest, has no defense as far as I'm concerned, and the only thing they got going for them is probably the best quarterback one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Period. Atlanta should win this. If they don't, I think it will be the biggest upset, and Atlanta will look like the biggest jokes in history. And when people stop texting or calling me, in history of the NFL. Next, Jets versus Seahawks. I'm taking Seattle. Jets are nothing but a joke this season. They've been highly disappointing. Jets do lead the head-to-head in the last 3 games, but I'm taking Seattle. Jets to me are a joke. Moving on. Cowboys at Philadelphia. Well, my humble opinion on this is this. To me, this is a do or die situation. Both teams are 3-5. Both can still make the playoffs. I believe the magic number would be a 10. So I say the winner of this one gets a little bit of an improvement to at least get a better shot, depending on what happens with New York this week. Because I think New York, for them to have for the Giants and Giants fans, I'm going to be honest, for you to make the playoffs, I say you got to win 12. You got to win 12 games, which is possible. 11 may be pushing it. 10 would be danger. 9 would be in trouble. Now I'm taking Dallas. They're my team. Anyone who's watched this knows I'm taking my team. Now, I saw how the Eagles played on Monday night, excuse me. They played terrible. And my biggest, and I said this I think a few weeks ago, my problem with Vic, and it's the same thing I have with Cam Newton, they're not that good. Cam Newton, I'm willing to give a bye. Granted, I think he needs to shut up and stop blaming people, for what has happened. It is what it is on that. But Vic's been playing terrible football, in my humble opinion. I think he's overrated. I thought he was overrated in college, but that's just me. I think the Eagles lose this game because of Vic. And here's my thing. He's thrown so many picks. I mean, take a look at the one he threw in Monday. You're in scoring position and you throw a pick and give up a 90-some-odd yard touchdown. There's a problem. If I'm Philadelphia, and I mean this as a fan of the sport, you need to bench Vic and see what the backup can do. Because I tell you this now, Eagles, if you get a losing season, Vic will be gone and Andy Reid will be fired. I guarantee it. Now I'm taking Dallas. Dallas has been, yes, they did lose to the Giants and Atlanta. They've been showing at least somewhat better football. They almost beat New York. Tony Romo played bad that game. And they almost beat the Atlanta Falcons, which the only reason they lost was because of a bad play by Tony Romo at the end of the game. It wasn't, where he pitched it to the freaking running back, which was retarded. Granted, I know why he did it, because he didn't have a choice, but, it is what it is. Dallas has the better offense. Dallas has the better defense. Dallas should win this one, I hope. But I firmly believe whoever does win this has a better shot of making the playoffs. I think loser of this game, most likely, divulging a miracle, will most likely miss it. But let's remember, last year in this same division we're talking about, everyone thought the Giants were out. Boom, they win the Super Bowl. So this division has been known for having teams go 9-7 to make it in years past. So don't be surprised if it is a 9-7 once again. But Dallas, I'm taking my Cowboys to win. You should know that by now. Cowboys. Next, Rams versus the 49ers. I'm taking the 49ers. I mean, this is an easy pick to me. Niners definitely the way better team across the board on everything. Niners win. Next, Sunday night game. Texans versus the Bears. And to me, this is the Bears' first real test to see if they are for real. Now, yes, 7-1's impressive. I'll give you that. But take a look at their wins. The only two teams they beat who have a good record right now is Indianapolis in Week 1 and Green Bay. The rest, and I'll give you the Lions because they're 4-4. The rest, subpar teams at best. Bears, if you want to show, I think, the naysayers you have and the people who doubt you, you need to beat Texas. You need to beat the Houston Texans. There's no doubt. You need to. But I'm taking Houston because their defense is better to me, and I think the offense for Houston is better. I'm sorry. When your offense is ranked 25th and you have to win games because of the defense, yes, that's great. But you need your offense to step up, and I'm sorry. I don't trust the Bears' offense at all. To me, this is a JV offense with a freaking pro defense. That's it. Period. Texans should win this one. I don't want to say think. I think they should because I'm picking them. But Chicago's defense may be the wild card in this. I don't trust the Bears' offense. If you're taking Chicago, you're taking them because of their defense. That is it. Monday night game, lock of the freaking week again. Kansas City Chiefs goes to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers. I mean, come on. Kansas City's a joke. I guarantee you their coach will be the first one fired before the year's over. I give it week 14 and he's fired. Okay. He'll be fired, I guarantee it. So just as a recap of who I got for this week, I got Indianapolis Colts, San Diego Chargers, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, Baltimore Ravens, Denver Broncos, the New York Giants, the Minnesota Vikings, the Atlanta Falcons, the Seahawks, the Dallas Cowboys, the 49ers, the Houston Texans, and the Pittsburgh Steelers getting a win this week. Now, I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a great week. And remember, two things. There are two things you don't want to buy on the cheap. Hairspray and condoms. Till next time, I'm out.